Hi everyone, I'm going to take you along on my pre-move activities, which basically today is going to involve getting rid of some stuff, sorting some stuff so I can donate it, and basically kind of just decluttering, because I'm going to be moving probably in a couple, 2-3 months, and I can't leave it all till the last. And so I thought I'd talk to you along the way today while I do this about the advantages of getting rid of the clutter. Well, this is what I'm looking at here. This is my bookcase with a bunch of stuff on top, which I actually have to sell some of it and donate some of it. And then these books, I have about 3.5 shelves worth of books. I'm gonna get it down by half. That's the goal, to get it down by about half. So I'm going to move all the books over and kind of sit down and film it while I'm sorting them and figuring out what to donate or what to, basically they're all donated. I'm going to donate them to a secondhand bookstore we have in town. Oh, hi guys, you're not going to believe this. So I did that initial intro. I put all my books on my bed. I went through the whole process. I was sorting them all with you, and apparently I didn't hit record. So I'm not going through all of that again. So I'm going to kind of give you the Reader's Digest version, the condensed version of all this. So I'm going to show you over here kind of what I've done. Let me move the camera over. So basically what I did is I sorted my books into 3 different piles. And again, I wanted to get rid of about half of what was in that bookcase. So this pile, and this pile are all to donate. So that's more than probably about 1.5 shelves that was in the bookshelf. The rest of the books, which are more over here, let me see if I can do that. This particular stack is books I need to read that I don't want to get rid of because I haven't read them. So that's that stack. Then these 2 stacks are books I'm going to keep, along with this couple of books. And then this stack is books I'm going to keep for now. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to keep them forever, but they're books that at this point in time that either useful to me or I know I want to reread them at some point. So, and these are all, by the way, I don't have fiction books. If I read a fiction book, I usually just go ahead and donate that, or we have like a reading library here at the complex I live, and so I just donate it to that. I don't keep fiction books. If I read it, I know I'm probably not going to reread it. So these are all nonfiction books, basically, and yeah, I'm glad that I was able to get rid of so much over here. So let me talk to you. Let me move the camera back again and talk to you a little bit about the process of this and kind of what's going on with me. So what's going on with me is I'm losing my mind. See, I'm not in my normal filming spot, so this is... Anyway, so the reason I showed you that is because, especially if you have books to get rid of, it is a really good idea to just do what I did. Like, have a condensed amount of time. You set the amount of time. I did that in less than half an hour. Took all the books out of the bookshelf, sorted them all. Like I said, I filmed it all and showed you the whole process, but I'm not going through the whole process again, so I didn't do that. But showing you what I did, I got rid of probably about half the books in the shelf, which was my intention. The others I'll keep for now. That'll probably fill up a bin or 2 bins if I have to put them in storage if I go overseas at some point. So I feel I can live with that at this point. But you want to sort into 3 piles. You know, the things that you definitely want to donate, things that you know maybe you have to read still, and then books you want to keep either for sentimental reasons or just because you know you'll reread it. And so that's really how you want to look at books. I've gotten rid of a lot of books in my life, believe me. I used to have probably 5 bookshelves, like 3 or 4 bookshelves, and full of books. Now, admittedly, that's not more than most people. I remember I had a boyfriend in college that I went to his house one time, and his father had passed away, but down in the basement, his father had like his library, and he literally had like 10,000 books. Ugh. And of course, eventually, when this guy's mother passed away, they basically got rid of most of the books because books are just, they're hard to move, they're heavy, they're cumbersome. It's a thing. But I love books. And of course now more and more people are reading stuff, on their Kindle or online, so they're not buying physical books. I love physical books. And if I knew I was going to be in the same place for the rest of my life, I probably would get more books, the last 10 years of my life or something like that. But I don't know. So let me talk a little bit about, so this was a step in my move. And I'm a big planner. I'm a big organizer and I'm a big planner. So for me, knowing I'm going to move in 2, maybe 3 months, that's my timeline I'm going with at this point, means that I have to get started on this stuff now. And I figured I'm not going to film all of it for this channel, but I wanted to show you some of the process that I go through because I actually enjoy getting rid of stuff. I'm one of those, it's just weird. I actually feel lighter and like a load literally has been lifted from me when I donate something or get rid of something or sell something or whatever. So to me, it's a really positive thing. I know for some people it's agony and it's hard for them to do. I appreciate that. I really do. But I'm taking you with me on some of this as I go along. Like I'll show you some more episodes where I, get rid of stuff or separate stuff. And then I'll start showing you episodes when I'm packing. So there will be like a moving series in this that will kind of be part of that. And this is really the first video in that, talking about what I'm doing to prepare for the move. So yeah, it's a process. But I do think it's very important, as I talked about in my other video on getting rid of your stuff, how nobody wants your stuff, that it is important in my mind to go through that for myself, hopefully long before it's time for me to pass away. I really believe that for me, I feel like I want to know that I've either destroyed something, maybe I've had journals that I want to get rid of. And the only journals I have that I keep are the ones when I was in the Peace Corps. And I was in, I've talked to you on this channel before about being in the Peace Corps. I kept a journal every day that I was there. And I have reread those like all the way through, probably a couple of times. And I'm reluctant to destroy them at this point. But it's one of those things that if I knew I were going to die, like if I actually have advance notice, which we don't always have, but I would destroy them because I really don't want anybody else to read them. They're not that type of journal. They're very personal, a lot about feelings and a lot about emotions and frustrations and things like that. So but I don't want to, I probably will want to go through them at least one more time, maybe twice more in my life. So for now, I'm keeping them. I know I'm taking a risk that, if something happened to me, obviously somebody else would read them, but I'll be gone at that point. I doubt I'm really going to mind. So, there's that. But yeah, moving, as I've talked about, I think in that other video, when you're older, the idea of moving in particular, it becomes much more overwhelming. What you used to be able to do with ease, you just can't do like that anymore. It doesn't come that easily. And I can physically do things. It's not like I'm infirm in that way that I can't do anything, but it is more overwhelming. It is more challenging overall physically to do things. So I have to space things out more. I was talking to a friend the other day about how when I was in my 30s, my then boyfriend at the time and I moved all the way from Seattle down to Flagstaff, Arizona. And we packed up a very full pretty good sized 2-bedroom apartment. And we rented like a U-Haul and we drove all the way down. But anyway, I did that whole move. I packed up a whole apartment in like 2 to 3 weeks. Everything. Myself, basically, because he was working at the time and I was kind of working from home, so I was able to have the time to do it. But I couldn't even imagine doing that in 2 to 3 weeks, and I had a lot more stuff then. So now I have a lot less stuff, but it's going to spread out over the next couple of months at least, that I'm going to have to do a little bit here and a little bit there. But everything I get out of here, either donate it, throw it out, sell it, whatever, is one less thing I have to worry about in moving. So that's how I view it. The stuff we own tends to own us at some point. You know, we don't always recognize that, but it does really kind of own us. And so I prefer to be owned less. I prefer to have less stuff that I have to worry about. That's how I view it. So to me, I keep it to as much of the essentials as possible. And, you know, for me, for someone who like me who had so many books at one time, to be down to a couple of bookshelffuls is amazing. I never would have thought I could even do that. But that's what you're able to do if you have to do it. And in my mind, to have the life that I want now, I really do have to do that. I have to downsize even more. I have to get rid of even more. And hopefully that'll all work out to the good. So periodically on this journey, I will take you along as I get rid of stuff or you know, sort stuff, whatever I have to do. I'll take you along on that journey and show you a little bit of what I'm doing. And when I get to the packing part, I'll definitely show you, you know, I don't know about you, but I actually love watching people's moving videos. I love watching the packing stuff. So I'll share that with you as well. I'll sprinkle those videos in amongst the others. So and that's it for today. Until next time, be well, be kind, keep moving forward, and take care.